Hey y'all, hey, Brand Master Martina Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order. What's going on, good people? Brand Master Martina Yelverton here. It is Friday, okay, guys, and we are actually going to hit another goal on today. So today, if you are interested in learning how to turn your social media into a money-making machine, then today is the day for you to be paying attention, right? If you want to discover how to transform your current social media content into a revenue-generating powerhouse, we're going to learn some tips and some tricks, according to my Susan, on how to get it done, because social media is not just for likes and shares. It is a powerful tool. Okay, it is a powerful tool for generating income when it is used the right way. So today we're going to learn how to do some things, and we're going to do some things together to make this happen. So again, if you want to learn how to monetize your content, attract some paying clients, okay, and leverage social media for brand growth, then today is the day for you. Some of the points that we're going to cover on today are some of the top ways currently visible to all of us to make money on social media, how to create high value content that will attract your ideal client, okay? Building a loyal audience that will convert into paying clients. We're also going to ensure that we cover some objections that you may have so we can get your mindset shifted, okay? And a few tools and strategies that you actually need to monetize your social media. So if you're currently posting on social media, but you may not be seeing income from it yet, then maybe today is the day for you to make some changes. I'm going to show you exactly what these internet streets are showing us on how to turn our social media presence into a revenue generating machine. So whether you are brand new and you have no followers yet, or you have thousands of followers, or you have hundreds of thousands of followers, you can actually start making money right now if you are going to apply the right strategy, okay? So I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 of the top ways that you can actually make money on social media. We're going to cover 1 or 2 of the main ones that we're using right now as a brand new agency, and a couple that we're going to get into soon for clients. And you're going to be able to actually watch the walkthroughs and case studies in Q2 to be able to duplicate in your own business or brand some of these efforts, right? So one of the top ways to make money on social media is affiliate marketing. Now, that may have a taboo word because somewhere along the lines it could be associated with MLM, which is multi-level marketing, or NM, which is network marketing. But today specifically, we're talking about affiliate marketing, and this is where you earn commissions by promoting products and services, whether they're your own products or services, or they're the products and services for others. Affiliate marketing is huge. There is little to no overhead. And literally, if you have your digital assets together, meaning you've gotten your assets in order with regards to your domain purchases and your subdomain use, then you'll be able to hit the ground running with ease. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should 100% be in the mindset of owning your name on the web. No matter what type of digital service, digital product, affiliate marketing, MLM, network marketing, any type of business or brand that you have, one of the first things that you have to have in place is a domain, which is your address on the web. Now, I suggest that you utilize my affiliate marketing link that is available on the screen. That's domains.martinabrityelverton.com. Why do I suggest that? Well, number one, I have gone through extensive training over the past several years for you guys to know and understand the depth that a domain will have in your brand or business. So if you actually go to any of the Watch Me Work Wednesdays, if you actually go over to the domain in suggestion here, then you will be able to see lots of value, understanding, get clarity on why you should own your name. We never knew what the internet was going to do today, right? So because we don't know what it's going to do, we didn't expect what it has done today. We don't know what it's going to do tomorrow or in the future. All we have is right now. You should own your name, and you should be in control of the data that people see that is associated with your name. And one of the number one ways that you can do that is through owning your name. Now turn around and utilize your name to market on behalf, become associated with, collaborate and partner with an affiliate to earn commissions by promoting yours or their products and services. That is huge. And that is number one right now. So number two is you can actually sponsor content and brand deals. That's where you get paid to feature brands in your content. So if I were choosing to say, hey, I am an avid user of XYZ, and one of the places that I purchase XYZ is through the number one online marketplace right now, Amazon, then I literally could not only earn commissions from the products that I produce, but also I could actually get a sponsored content or brand deal with Amazon, and then I would additionally get paid to feature their products in my content. Make sense? Absolutely. Again, you heard me say marketing and selling your own products or services. You could actually use social media as a sales funnel. It could be the top of your funnel by you posting your content on your social media platform, your content, your products, your services, your offers on your social media platform. That could be the top of your sales funnel, because when links are clicked that are inside of your social media platform, then from there, the actual lead capture, lead nurture, and other things that you have set up and structured and in place could begin to operate in your favor. So what I want to do is show you at least one small quick, if it will allow me, because I actually have the screen streaming live. Let's hope I don't mess that up by showing you an area here on IG that you can see specifically what I'm talking about. And it doesn't look like it's interrupting it. So let's see if I can bring this onto the screen and show you quickly. So here on my social media platform, selling your own product or services is the one that we're speaking about right now. And if you'll notice right up here in this area that we have available, for all of our profile information here, you see the last one is a link, dollardeals.martinabrityelverton.com. You know that when you click that link, it's going to take you out here to the actual landing page, which is the start of a funnel that I have for my own product or service. And in this case, the product and service leads to our next one, which is memberships and subscriptions. You can offer exclusive content for a recurring fee. So right now you have the availability to, of course, subscribe to this channel. And if you are currently not subscribed to this channel, I don't know why in the world you would not, but please go ahead right now and yes, absolutely. Go ahead right now and click down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You just saw it scroll across your screen so that you will be able to select the bell and get notifications each and every time we are live here on the channel. But this is a link. You arrived here by going to a social media platform, a free social media platform, which is the beginning of a sales funnel. When you click that link, it brought you here to the Dollar Deals membership, where I offer exclusive content for a recurring recurring fee. So inside of this area, this first option that you have after you join the free community. But if you don't join the free community, you'll have an offer later to join the free community. But the next step that you could potentially look at is Get Done With You Branding. This is a recurring 90-day times 4 quarters, should you choose to re-up each quarter, option for you to get your brand done with the brand agency, okay, with the brand master. And so you also have a one-up option. This is not recurring, where you can have a VIP day where this actual brand process happens in one step here in one day. There's prerequisite homework that comes, and then there's a follow-up, but you can get your brand built during a VIP consult. But again, you're also available to go out here and do it on your own in a recurring membership. Okay. Also, you are available to look at live selling and digital events. And this is where you host workshops, webinars, or live sales events. Okay. So just to run back through the 5 of those really quickly, affiliate marketing is number 1. All right. Sponsored content and brand deals. That's where you get paid to feature brands in your content. You can also look into selling your own products and services. You can have memberships and subscriptions set up that come literally in while you sleep. And then you can also look into live selling and digital events where you host workshops, webinars, live events, and more. Okay. Those are some of the top ways that are trending right now, but literally have stood the test of time for making money utilizing social media. Again, because you can go out to your various social media platforms, should you have your digital assets in order with regards to having your domain and your subdomain set up and structured properly. Social media is more than just engagement. It literally is a business tool that can generate real income when you use it strategically. Okay. So let's jump down into where I mentioned we were going to discuss a little bit of information today on creating high value content that actually attracts buyers. Why do I continue to harp on utilizing this method? I harp on it because if you are delivering fluff, fluff is what you will get. If you are delivering high value content, if you are actually listening to your audience and you are actually providing solutions to their pain points and problems, then you will continue to be able to generate income, because not only will your value spread, but the actual promise that you delivered to that client, they will become a referring client as well. All right. So think about that when I'm talking about these 4 steps. The number one thing that you hear with regards to business promotions is to use the 80-20 rule with regards to your business content. 80% of that should be valuable content you give away. And 20% of that should be promotional content where you request an individual to engage back, to opt in, to actually purchase. Okay. 80-20 rule with regards to business. Now, we're not talking about where we're saying the 80-20 rule with regards to personal posting and things like that. It's actually just the opposite. 20% of that should be business and 80% of that should be personal. But this 80-20 rules applies to business value and 20% to promotional value. That is number 1. Use the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time should be giving value away. Why? So that you can develop a no-lies trust factor with your receiving audience, so they can know, they can actually test what it is you're telling them. They want to test to see if you know what you know, if you are indeed an expert, if you are an authority. Okay. They want to be able to see that by utilizing your valuable content to see and test the waters. You know how you are. Just imagine yourself as the customer and govern yourself accordingly. Okay. Step 2, speaking of authority, this is where you position yourself as the authority. You share your expertise, even your client wins, and any of the behind the scenes insights, so that people can see beyond the brand, beyond the business. They can know that this is bigger than the fluff if that's, the right word we want to use. But the surface that they see, the initial value that they see, what goes on beyond that, that really will give you a level of transparency because you're being authentic with your audience. And that literally will help to position you as an authority because you're showing the highs and the lows. You're telling the truth about the real work that actually goes on in business and branding. Number three, leverage storytelling and emotional connection. So, guys, here is a bit of my transparency with regards to this step. People buy from those they relate to, and not everybody wants to tell the truth about this journey. This journey is rough, it is hard when you are not following your actual purpose, your passion, your reason for doing this, when you're not operating in order or alignment with your reason for being here. It can be even harder. Okay. But this microwave society that we live in has you believe that it does not take the level or the amount or the depth of work that it actually takes. So when you take the opportunity to tell the story of the journey and what it truly looks like, here myself as an entrepreneur of nearly 20 years in this industry, it has been up, down, and around rough. Why? Because I was not always operating in alignment. I was maybe following a trend at a time or two, which led down the wrong path, which made things difficult. But then I also had to take accountability for the fact that my family came first. And if there was a time that I had to go through not being visible, not being on the forefront, not charging the fees that I needed to charge because I wanted to ensure that I didn't take on too much, right? And I would not be available to my children, then that's what I did. And of course, income could suffer. So you have to think about and be authentic in that to help another individual that may be doing exactly that and be afraid to take on more because then the time that they're available to their family could suffer. And my priority has always been my family first. So think about that because next week we're actually going to talk about in one of our segments hiring and delegating. And I am prayerful that it will set some people free. So if you need to know more about that, definitely check us out on next Wednesday because we will be discussing that to help some of you maybe get free. All right. But people buy from those that they relate to. So be okay with telling and leveraging your story so that people can hear and see themselves in your value, which will help solidify the know, like, and trust factor. And finally, you must optimize your call to actions. Okay. I hate to say it, but how many of you have watched a video thoroughly through and through and been so engrossed in the video that it just does not occur to you to click the thumbs up button? But as soon as the individual hosting the video, like myself, like I'm doing now, look down below right now while you're watching this and click the thumbs up button. I'm telling you, the audience, exactly what to do next, right? You have to optimize your call to actions because if you are doing like we are doing right now we're on a mission to move this particular brand to 1,000 followers. We've built brands and YouTube channels for several of our clients, all organically, no paid ads as of yet. We're moving into any ad spend in quarter 2 and 3, but we've done every single brand channel that we've done. Okay, we've done them all organically, simply putting out the value and asking people to subscribe to the channel, right? Or click to share the stream or something like that. You have to tell your audience exactly what to do next. Click, buy, subscribe, select the bell, share this stream, share this post. You have to do all of that because a lot of the time, people, it does not become an automatic thing until you're told to do it and you see the results of it, okay? So think about that when you're watching videos. Please definitely let the authors and creators of the videos, the posts that you're seeing, the streams that you are on, know that you are there by following their call to action. But the reason you want to optimize your call to action is also so that you can see the results of what it is and you can gauge who's actually interested in the particular pieces of content that you are putting out. If you want people to buy, you first need to tell them to buy. They'll need to see your value, they'll trust you, and they will buy, right? But if you don't tell them to buy, they won't buy. Okay, so think about that. Think about putting yourself in that position and see if that makes sense for you and your buying, your spending, your commenting, your sharing, your streaming habits, and then move accordingly. Okay. So building a loyal audience that converts into paying clients. Okay. The reason that this is a topic is, and we'll cover some things, probably mesh some things up with objections and overcoming. But the reason this is a very important topic is because people don't realize how the number one thing that you mess up, okay, will mess up the ability of the paying client. And what is that? Being consistent. Okay. The reason you have to be consistent, especially right now when these internet streets are so flooded. You could be saying all the right things to the right people and at the right time, and you may not see the influx you desire to see because the market is entirely too crowded. One of the ways you can combat this is by staying top of mind by posting regularly. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can get the last 7 days worth of content up. And I'm also going to see if I can pull open 2 weeks prior to that so you can see the massive difference based on a simple time adjustment that I made. Yes, my. And that's all I have to say. This simple time adjustment that I made literally blew my mind because who knew consistency could be this important? So I'm going to see if I can get all three of these open so that you guys can see this and see if I can get it onto the screen. Because when I say mind blown, guys, mind blown. All right. So typically, the Brand Master meets with you guys each and every Tuesday through, let's see if I can get it onto the screen here. Boom. There we go. Alrighty, so let's see if I can get it blown up here on the screen. So you guys know I meet with you guys each Tuesday through Friday. And generally the time that I meet with you guys is the 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And our numbers, due to the consistency, have been through the roof with percentages for engagement, okay? 300% on Facebook, 185, 520, 146. Down here, in the 400s, 700s, down here on IG. This is where I started to realize that IG was really doing big things, right? And then it got even bigger and better than that, where YouTube finally peaked up, woke up, and paid attention at over 2,000%. Okay, TikTok jumped into the ring. And let's see here, IG up to 500%. And again, this is based on simplified posts, a number of posts on multiple platforms at the same time. Each of the different platforms were outperforming each other. Okay. Facebook and TikTok outperforming IG and YouTube in 1 week. And then in a prior week to that, as I said, in this week here, again, Facebook and IG completely outshining TikTok and YouTube. Let me go down to post here so you can see 300% and 500% over Instagram and YouTube. Okay. All right. Everybody ready for the wake up call. And then enters last week's. Okay. The numbers plummeted. What was the inconsistent shift that I made one week? 3 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. because your girl is coachable, teachable, trainable, and I had coaching to attend from 12 to 2 all of last week. And the numbers show you guys immediately disengaged. Okay, do you all see these numbers? Down, down, and down. All right. So when I'm saying being consistent is crucial in your brand, is crucial in your business, I am not playing. People will drop you like a hot potato, as they say. Okay. People will drop you like a hot potato. So be consistent so you can stay top of mind. It's almost like we're coming from behind and starting all over, which is fine because, again, it's a lesson learned. Okay. And from that lesson, the number one thing that I learned that I could have been better prepared for is I could have actually stayed at the 1 p.m. time frame had I pre-recorded all 4 sessions. That would have helped me maintain my 1 o'clock visibility and kept my percentages high. So learn a lesson. Don't look at it as a fail because you can't fail until you quit. You guys know that's part of the one of the brand missions and the staple merch that we have here. You can't fail until you quit. So when you are consistent, stay consistent, post regularly, stay top of mind, keep it going. Even though we shifted by 2 hours, as you see, it massively impacted the numbers on social media. Okay. Number 2, engage and interact daily. Respond to comments, DMs, and when you create polls, actually show the results and case studies of those polls. People are not just entering the polls just to enter them, they're wanting to see what the overall results will be. So post that information daily. And in the world of business, yes, while you want to do 80% value, 20%, promotions, be a little personable in your situation. You guys know I have not been on screen this week because I suffered an injury to my neck and to my shoulder, right? And trying to get dressed and anything I got to do, sitting up, going through all of that is massively painful. Okay. So you have to be able to engage and interact daily still, even through a physical mishap or even through technological challenges. If your internet goes out, you better get on your phone and get the thing done. If the internet goes out, then you better figure out a way to get on your phone and get an email sent. If you can't go live on your phone, then you better figure out a way to put up, repost, reshare a previous video at that same time frame to keep yourself top of mind. Again, there are ways around it as long as you are using your thinking brain and not your stinking brain. Okay. Number 3, offer free value first. Always give away tips, insights, and solutions to build credibility. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And my passion and purpose is to ensure that I help you guys avoid as many missteps and mishaps as possible, but still put you in the game enough for you to have to go through something to be able to see your own silver lining in a situation, for you to be able to see the problem and the solution, but understand there is work involved to get to the solution. You guys know what spoiled is, right? You know, if you spoil a child, you're talking about the bane of your existence. However, if you train a child, then you're talking about the joy of your existence. Okay, that's real. That's true. Okay, so give away your value first. Show people first so that they can know you, like you, and they can build a trust for you. This also builds again your authority and your credibility. And finally, nurture your audience with content and email marketing. Another area that I struggle with a bit is the email marketing side of things, okay? Because I really got behind the push of social media. Just because you're building on social media, do not neglect the fact that social platforms do not belong to you. Got a helicopter flying above. I wonder how loud that is in my live, the helicopters that are flying overboard. And I think they're gone. Okay. These social media platforms, they are not your friend. Think about, I think it was last month. If it wasn't last month in February, it was in January when TikTok went down for 18 hours. People lost millions, right? So when we're talking about monetizing your social media platform, this is only a step in your ecosystem. This is not your entire business. This is not the entire idea for you. Know, like, and trust yourself enough to believe you can build your business off of social media. This is just one area that we're suggesting, and that is that you monetize your social media. Okay. You may be thinking in the objection stage now, I don't have enough followers to monetize. I don't have a big enough audience. And not enough people know me. Not enough people like or trust me enough for me to actually make money. You don't need millions of followers. You need engaged followers who actually trust you. They can be your premier, your lighthouse clients. They can be your referring clients. They can be the people who actually buy from you and have results and will run to the high heels to tell the next one or two right people to come and get with you. Okay. I don't know what to sell on social media. Okay, we'll start with affiliate products. Start with digital offers of other people that you can actually make commissions from so you can see how this thing works. Start with servicing your needs out based on your value and your skills. What you do and do it well, other people will buy because they have no idea how to do it. Know that to your core and be a vigilante, I guess they say, for yourself. Be vigilant about putting your value out so that other people will believe it. Believability is in the what do they say, is in the excitability. If you can excite somebody because you believe it, they will buy it. Okay. And I'm here to tell y'all need a brand. Get your brands together, especially with this economy and this situation where we are right now with not knowing whether or not jobs are going to hold y'all. Y'all need to get out here and get you a brand and a business and start selling what it is that you know. Okay. Especially if you are in the ecosystem of food growth, energy, technology, and health. You heard it from your brand master. Anyway, also, people may have the excuse, and I'm going to call this an excuse because it's an excuse. It is not an objection. It is just your own thinking. I'm afraid to ask my audience to buy from me. Okay, Proverbs 11 and 26. Let me see if I got that right now. Proverbs 11 and 26, because I like to be right. People curse the one who hoards grain, but they pray God's blessing on the one who is willing to sell it. Proverbs 11 and 26. This emphasizes the importance of generosity, sharing resources, especially in a time of need, says the good old Google, and backed up by the good old word. Okay? Do not be afraid to sell. The good old word says people will curse the one who holds their value back. People will curse the one who holds the solution, but they will bless you. Your gift will make room for you if you are willing to sell it. Now, that's from the good old word. Now, according to my notes here, selling is simply serving at a higher level. When you are able to help your audience buy what they already know they need, it is not looked at unfavorably. They need it, they will pay you for it. Okay? You don't need a massive audience to monetize. You just need the right strategy, the right offer, and the right consistency, visibility, okay? So that people will know that you have their solution. All right. So I wanted to make sure that I covered those things. One thing I can cover very quickly, which you hear me cover all the time, and that's the tools or the strategies that you need to monetize your social media. I'm going to let it roll across the screen here. The first thing that you do, you gotta start with is getting your domain. All right. And if you're looking for platforms that need to teach you how to stream out your value, I'm going to offer you a StreamYard hack. Why do I offer StreamYard hack? Because it allows you to stream your value out to multiple platforms at one time. Okay, I'm going to suggest that you focus on your value and your content and pay attention to what works, and then do it again and do it better. If you are trying to stream out, use StreamYard Hack. Go and watch the example that we show in StreamYard Hack from a previous company, if that is what you're in, and how you can leverage other people's stories until you develop your own, how you can show that on the screen, how you can cast to multiple places, how you can utilize your mobile device, okay? In addition to that, you need to go and you need to set up your domains, right? And if you have no earthly idea about a domain and how it can benefit you, then go to Simplified Web Brand, swb.martinabrityelverton.com. Look in the descriptions and it will give you the answers when you click on the time steps for the questions that you have with regards to how to get that brand structured. Yes, you'll need landing pages. Yes, you'll need a CRM. Yes, you'll need a go high level account. I'm going to suggest that when you begin to set up your structure that you use systems to save you time. Now, you may have a learning curve getting started up on the systems. That's why we offer you MBA tools to get started with, because you'll have an account with the Brand Master. But when you go and you get these tools come with complete walk-through trainings of every aspect of Go High Level you could need to be able to set up your lead capture pages, to be able to look at your CRMs, to be able to send out your predetermined and your automated messaging, to be able to use AI, to have a AI voice assistant. There are so many different things that are available for you to be able to run your business. All right. And you always want to offer people quick, easy ways to follow up with you by selling to them in the DMs, selling to them through carousels, through stories. And if you do not have any idea on how to partner with influencers or micro influencers, how to collaborate for greater exposure, then there is a video that is on my YouTube channel, and I will give you the exact date of that video so that you can know how to get it done. February the 6th, I'm going to bring this one up here on the screen. There we go. Here we are on February the 6th. I actually went through a training that talks about how you can actually partner with influencers for greater exposure. All right. You can go to the YouTube channel. You can come to the main page here, right? And you can go to the actual live, scroll down until you get to 2.6, and you will see that it is currently titled Collaborating with Influencers and Partners to Grow Your Brand. This is a system that we have in place that's inside of your Go High Level account that will teach you everything you need to begin to pique the interest of collaborators for greater exposure. All right, back on February the 2nd. So again, guys, monetizing social media isn't about luck. It's about using the right tools and the right strategies. So I always end and close out with a call to action question. And that's, what is one way you'd like to start making money on social media today? What is one way you'd like to start making money on social media today? And the next step for you guys is to pick one monetization strategy. Pick one to start implementing on today. And then go in and optimize your social media content for sales and engagement. If there is no link from your domain on any of your social media platforms, how do you expect people to buy from you? Okay. When I'm saying monetize your social media platforms, I'm saying make sure you go and customize your YouTube channel. So when they come in here, they can see all of your about information. They can see where you're located on social media. They can go to your specific profile and see how to get in contact with you on every single social media platform that you have. Ensure that you are optimized on all of your platforms. So when people go to your about areas, when people look in the left-hand column, they know how to get in contact with you on every platform that you have. On YouTube, IG, TikTok, LinkedIn. I'm no longer on X. The profile is still there, but I no longer use X. I just started back up Pinterest, Google My Business, Amazon, StreamYard, and more. making sure that every platform that you have is optimized so people can find you. All right. Like I said, next week is going to be the final week of Q1. And in this month of Q1, as you guys recognize, this month of March, we are mastering brand growth. And next week, we will be closing out the month of March, closing out quarter 1, and we will be reporting back on all the case studies that we have actually implemented this month for you guys to see how we are growing the brand for myself, but more important, how we are growing the brand for multiple clients. So I hope to see you guys on next week. If you have not had the opportunity, please definitely join us in after office hours, getting started immediately following this training up until 2 p.m. And that is at learnleadandlevelup.com. Thank you so much for your time on today. I greatly appreciate it. Hey y'all, hey, Brand Master Martina Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is, after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order.